Morning guys, welcome to the Shades and a brand new video today. Today the video is all about Chelsea's home match at the Bridge against Newcastle United. It's a big match for us after the international break. The reason for the big match, I'll tell you, because Newcastle had a good winning as Manchester United, though it was at their home, the formerly St James's Park, and I love calling it St James's Park. I'm so used to, brought up with that name. Anyways, till I feel that if you look at the fixtures, till Man City, which we play late November, there's a group of 4 or 5 matches in the Premier League which we must win, and this, starting with this match, is Newcastle. We have been winning 3-4 matches already in the Premier League and the League Cup, and I think we have Manchester United in the coming weeks in the League Cup again. So this will be a good thing at home to get something. I know if you see start of the season, our home form was not that good, but still now it looks a little better. So we like to consolidate on that and try to get another win at Stamford Bridge. The important matches coming after the international break. We had some key injuries. Again, N'Golo Kante got injured. Jorginho has a slight knock. So it's not great news on those fronts. But at the same time, if we look at it, some of our players played well. You see, Ross Barkley came up with 2 goals against Bulgaria. Olivier Giroud came up with goals. Batshuayi played well. So it was overall a nice thing. Jorginho scored a penalty. Italy made it to the Euro 2020. So if you look at it, it was good from both the ends. Not good, not bad in the terms of injuries. Because N'Golo Kante has not been fully fit. So it'll be interesting who plays in this match. But I'm very excited about the fact that some of the players, I'm talking about Hudson-Odoi, got to play for under 21s and scored 2 goals. So he is in good form. It looks like he's almost fit now, and he should be one of the players starting in. So we'll talk a little bit about this game before we come to the formation. Important match for us to win, and also to wrap up quickly. Easier said than done, mainly because we are playing, like, again, 3 matches in about 8 to 9 days. These players are professionals, so they may be very much used to this kind of format. But we have Ajax to play in the midweek, and we have another Premier League match next weekend. So obviously fixture congestion is there, and also the players need to be fit. If you look at the Sarri's last season, especially in the second half, he had 2 separate teams for almost, except 2-3 players like Jorginho and Kante, almost like 2 different players for every match. So he had a separate team almost playing for Europa Cup and a separate team playing for the Premiership, and that could be one of the reasons mainly why we made it to winning the Europa Cup last season and also finishing in the top 4. Other 2 reasons was mainly Eden Hazard and our rivals choked. So anyways, not going there. But so we have to also, I'm pretty sure Frank will be up to it, and Frank will think about it, that we also need something similar. We don't want our players to be fatigued, and if, for example, Mason Mount, he also played for England, and the second match with Bulgaria, he came as in a sub. So we don't want these players to again play 90 minutes and get fatigued and not give their 110%, which we are requiring in order for us to win these matches. So for me, I think that is a key element to keep in mind to create the team. We have to win this match at home. Newcastle will have good confidence. They are always a team which plays good football, especially strong football, physical football. So it'll be interesting because some of our players are very young and they try to make it tougher. So it'll be interesting to see how we can get this going. The good thing about us has been over this season has, when we score goals, we tend to score 2-3 goals in about 10-15 minutes, and goals are coming from everywhere. If you look at it, last season, the season before, there were only a couple of players whom we were expecting to score goals for us, and a few goals came from here and there, but it was Eden Hazard, maybe a Willian, maybe a Pedro, but the goals came only from 1, 2, 3 players. This season is a little different, like the past, like our golden era, where we have players, not only Tammy is scoring, Tomori is also scoring. Now, this is the reason for it. For golden era, our defenders used to score a lot of goals. David Luiz, John Terry, Ricardo Carvalho, William Gallas used to come up with goals, and that helped our strikers because that takes a little of pressure, because every time you feel this one player has to score, there's a lot of pressure. But if you see the other players in the team does, it's good. So this season we have seen a little bit of that. Obviously Tammy and Mount are the main players, but then we'll see Willian is also getting some good form. Batshuayi coming from the subs bench and scoring goals. So it's good. It relieves some level of pressure, both from the manager and from the main striker, in this case Tammy. So this is a good thing for us, but this is a must-win match. So we'll have to make sure that we wrap it up within the first 70 minutes. Easier said than done, as I said before, but 2-0 or a 3-1. We also give some of our so-called fringe players, because some of the players are in the subs bench and not getting a regular chance. Players like Batshuayi, players like Giroud, players like even Ross Barkley in that matter. Obviously, Pulisic, we need to take his name. He is one of those players. We'll always expect him to play more. The best way he can gain his confidence and be a better player and actually be beneficial for Chelsea. Making him sit on the subs bench or not even be on the team would not benefit Chelsea anyways. So he's one of those players, and so we need to get this formation right, keeping in mind that we have so many matches coming up back to back, and also we don't want the players to be fatigued. We want a result of 3 points. So for me, the formation is simple. Kepa at goal. I think Azpilicueta and Alonso on the other sides. Now a lot of people are talking about Emerson coming in. I for one will keep Emerson for Ajax. Maybe if we wrap the match in the first 70 minutes, give the last 20 minutes to Emerson to just see if he's match fit, because there's one thing called fitness, another thing called match fitness, and we found out the big example is Rudiger. When he was claimed that he is fit, but he played 45 minutes that match and he again was not match fit enough, so he got injured. So that could be the thing. I think both Tomori and Zuma, though they were part of their respective national squads, Tomori for England and Zuma for France, they did not play, so they will be fresh in that circumstances, keeping that in mind. So they will most likely start. There is a talk about Rudiger starting this match, but again, I don't think that will happen. In case that happens, it'll be interesting, because either ways Christensen is injured. So if Christensen is injured, we only have 2 defenders right now. So somewhere I think Rudiger will play. Either if not this match, maybe against Ajax. Will we have to be sure that he is fully match fit. Obviously he needs to play unless then we will not know. But it's important we know that. Same goes with Alonso and Emerson thing. I think Alonso should start this match. If by the 70th minute we are 2-0 or 3-1 up, maybe for the last 20 minutes we'll bring on someone like Emerson. Now about the midfield, it's a similar story. Ross Barkley had a good match for Bulgaria. Does he start? Because Jorginho is fit, but Kovacic and Kante is not. Kovacic had a slight knock. He might start. About Mason Mount, for example, we have seen Hudson-Odoi is fit. He's playing for the under-21s. He scored 2 goals. I'm pretty sure he's going to start this match. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure it's Willian who's going to start this match. I'll be surprised if Pulisic starts this match, keeping in mind that we're playing Ajax in about 3 days. It'll be interesting. That is the kind of thing I would like to listen to from Frank, but I'm not entirely sure that will happen. But I would like to see if something like this happens. I'll be very excited, very happy about it, to see someone like Pulisic starting with Hudson-Odoi, and then in the Ajax match, Willian starting. You need to a little bit of do this tinkering. I know some people might not like it, but I feel that it is required to bring on your players, because against Newcastle is the kind of team, no disrespect, and they have done well, beating Manchester United last week, their last Premier League match. So we cannot take them lightly. But if we give Pulisic a chance against, if we keep in Newcastle and Ajax, if you have to give Pulisic a chance, whom we are going to give a chance to, against Ajax or against Newcastle? Obviously, you have players like Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Willian, Pedro, Pulisic. There's a moment if we can think that give Pulisic a chance to start this match. Let's see how it goes. If it goes well, because the Ajax match is there, we can play Willian. Obviously, most people won't think like that. So it's better that we start with Willian and Hudson-Odoi and Tammy in the striker. And if we can wrap up the match 2-0, 3-1 by 65th minute or the 70th minute, we can bring someone like Pulisic for the last 20 minutes, Michy Batshuayi for the last 20 minutes, even Olivier Giroud in that matter, or in that matter Emerson, because we like to see these players how they are doing, because Ajax is a big match. We have already lost our home match with Valencia. We have come up with the news that Ajax fans will not be allowed at the bridge, some rules, because of their bad behavior in the previous matches, or the previous season, last season I guess. So that's an added advantage, that they won't have any support, and they will play us at the bridge. We have to wrap 3 points against Ajax at home in the Champions League. So we need to have fresher legs. We cannot play the same team every match. I'm pretty sure Frank will understand that and he will have it in his mind. So it will be good if we can wrap up this match in 60, 65, 70th minute and give some of these players a chance so that they get some match practice, they get some match fitness, and who knows, they might do well so they can feature in our next match in Ajax or the next weekend match in the Premier League. But I would love to see someone like Pulisic starting this match. We'll give a little bit of mix because not many teams will expect that. And if you bring some of these players and give them a start, who knows, if they do well and if we win the match, that really matters, the 3 points. So I don't think Frank will be that exciting about this thing, interested to do something like that. But it will be great if something like this happens. Anyways, the main thing is our form at the bridge starting of the season was not that good. We have to, from then on, have been able to win a couple of matches. We need to build on that. We make sure that we get 3 points against the Newcastle team, which has always been a physical team and a tough team, not so easy team to win. I'm still hoping that we win this match comfortably. I have been saying in the last previous videos and some previous opponents that it's not so easy. Like in Southampton, I stated it, but we won it easily. I would not say easily, but we won it. I mean, if you look at the scoreline, it looked quite good in that way. So we'll also have to do something. It's mainly we have to keep in mind that to wrap it up in by the 70th minute, so we can give some of our players rest. Tammy Abraham, Mason Mounts are playing almost every match for Chelsea. If they get a little bit of rest and the other players get a chance, it benefits Chelsea. These players get rest so they can start a little fresher against Ajax, a big next match in the Champions League. And these players, who are so-called the fringe players right now, the Batshuayis, the Giroux, the Williams, the Pedros, and the Pulisic, they get a little bit of chance to get into that and show if they have got some level of match fitness and consistency that they can feature in the future matches for Chelsea. It all benefits if they do well. It all benefits Chelsea if they do well, everyone, because these players are also very good players. So I'm still hoping that the starting 11 gets the job done within the 60-70 minutes, gives Frank that option of bringing the substitutes that with some of these players get more match time. It will be good for Chelsea at the end of the day. That's what we want at the end of the day. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Before we go there, I just want to know the big match, Man United versus Liverpool in the weekend on Sunday. Arsenal plays Monday Night Football. Spurs plays against Watford, I think. Man City looks a little wobbly this season, but you never know. In the second half of the season, they can go ahead and win 14 matches and win the Premier League like they've done it last season. So it'll be interesting. Liverpool at this moment in the 4th position. They play Man United on a Sunday night kickoff. It'll be a huge match for them. Let us see what happens. I don't think Man United will be able to get points in that match. Even playing at Old Trafford, they have Paul Pogba and David De Gea injured, so I don't see them getting much in that match. So Liverpool is going to win it. That helps us that if we can win our match and Man United and Spurs drop points in the Arsenal place Monday night, there is always a chance we extend our gap from the rest, and that only helps us. And it's coming to that. We play Man City at the end of November, coming to the end of November. So we got like 4 or 5 matches starting this Newcastle match in the Premier League. If we can manage to get wins in these matches, it's a very good chance we might consolidate our position in the top 4, 5. Because I'm pretty sure some of this team might drop points, and we might drop points. But if Leicester drop points, then there's a chance of getting into the top 4. But like this match will be very important. Playing at home, we always expect when you're playing at home and we have some level of form right now, a consistency a little bit, we should wrap up these matches early, get 3 points, and think about the match in Ajax. But then sometimes it happens and we start thinking about the Champions League match more often. We don't concentrate and we pay the price, so we should not. I'm pretty sure these guys these days and age will not think like that. So I'm hoping for Chelsea win over here. Now coming to that, as I was saying a couple of minutes ago, as always, I would like to hear from you guys. So the comment section, let me know. Do go ahead and share what your feelings are. Do you think Chelsea is going to win this, or Newcastle can spring a surprise? What do you think our team will be on this match? Who should play? Should Pulisic start this match? I think Frank should give him a chance, but we never know. So keep it coming, guys, in the comment section as always. So until next time, I'm hoping for a Chelsea win. I sign off. Bye bye.